In the past, there was no electricity in Japan, so artists entertained by dim candlelight. Eventually, they started painting the faces white to look more beautiful in such conditions. Geisha, kabuki actors, court ladies, dancers, etc. adapted the white makeup as an essential part of their profession. Not only the face, but also the neck is painted in the front and back. Geisha paint lines on the back of their necks to make it appear longer and slimmer. Such makeup is applied almost every day, as the long kimono for dance requires the face to be painted. For stage performances, even hands and calves are painted white. Usually, ashiroi takes 30 to 50 minutes to apply. Charming geisha represents one of the most iconic cultural images in Japan. The history of the geisha's iconic makeup goes back to the Heian period, where nobility wore the white paste in front of the emperor so that their faces would stand out in the candlelight. During this period, the influence of Chinese culture included trends in beauty and practice. Geishas created a porcelain look for the purpose of showing their emotions clearly to the auditory. This was especially important in the evening when faces need to be visible and recognizable. Today, modern geishas and actors on stage still continue this practice, with all traditional aspects of classic geisha's appearance. The first step that a geisha takes to putting on her makeup is melting a special wax called a bura all over her face and neck. Geisha warm up this wax in hands, because it needs to dissolve into an oily texture. This ensures that all pores and crevices are filled in to give their skin a uniform texture. It also protects the skin from white paint. The next step involves the most important part of a geisha's makeup, the white foundation called ashiroi, meaning white powder. It is carefully mixed with water in a small dish to form a paste. Then that paste is painted onto their faces and neck with special brushes called hake. They use two different sizes, one that's the width of a hand for large swaths and another that's a few fingers wide for details and small areas. These brushes are made from badger or goat hair and can last for a few years. In a separate dish, she will mix some of the ashiroi and add some pink powder called tonoko and contour parts of her face. This gives her a less overall pale look and provides a striking hint of blush when viewed up close. Then she will paint two lines on the back of her neck called ariashi, meaning necklines. These two lines serve a dual purpose. The first is to give the impression that her makeup is like a mask, and the second is to leave a small bit of skin showing, as traditionally the nape of a woman's neck was considered sexy. During formal occasions, she will paint 3 lines instead of 2, called sanbanashi, which means 3 pointed lines. After the ashiroi has been applied, she will dab some white powder called kona ashiroi all over to give her face a softer look.